Mr. Snyder, if somebody broke into your home, would you make them dinner?
No, I would not.
Why not?
One hearing. One controversial question. And one debate that quickly turned into one of the most intense exchanges on Capitol Hill. A Republican lawmaker challenged Democratic witnesses over immigration, healthcare, taxes, and benefits for working Americans. What followed was a back-and-forth that highlighted two very different visions for the country's future. Today's hearing wasn't just about policy, it was about who should receive taxpayer-funded benefits, how America should handle illegal immigration, and whether current economic policies truly help working families. The discussion then took an unexpected turn. Let's look at it.
There's an expression in sales that says facts get in the way of a good story. And obviously the Democrats want to stick with the story that Republicans are somehow for billionaires and they're for the working class, but obviously the facts are completely the opposite of that. Talking about rural America, they get wiped out in rural America. Rural American voters reject Democrats by wide margins. You would think that they would look at that and go, well, why is that? So let me give you a little bit of the answer. Your policies have destroyed American manufacturing. You allowed these jobs to get shipped overseas to China, Mexico, and our factories and places in Ohio got wiped out because of those policies. President Trump has put tariffs in place, which have brought these manufacturing facilities back to the United States of America, and yet they fought tooth and nail every step of the way on tariffs. You allowed drugs to come into our border, across our border with impunity. We had a completely wide open border and allowed tens of millions of people to enter this country. Cheap labor. That doesn't affect billionaires. I don't think billionaires get replaced by illegals crossing our border, but working Americans do. They see massive wage suppression. And so those are the policies that they've put in place. And they actually shut down the government and wanted, one of the ransom notes was to get rid of the Rural Hospital Opportunity Fund. They wanted to eliminate it. None of them voted for it, and they wanted to eliminate it. Those are just facts. The ranking member talked about the mom with 2 kids. We're the party that cares about the mom with 2 kids. We're the party that gave that mom a $2,000 child tax credit. You voted against that. We gave that mom an $1,800 child tax credit. You voted against that. If that mom worked for tips or overtime, you voted against that. You're the one that wants to give able-bodied adults more money than those kids that mom has. I think a little self-reflection on that should be part of the equation. That those two things, just those 2 things, the child tax credit and the daycare credit, is $3,800 for that mom making $25,000 a year. That's real money that you guys did not want to give that mom. That was just your votes, and those are just facts. But when you did have control of Congress and the White House, what did you do? Did you help working Americans? No. You passed a law that gave $7,500 to the wealthiest 0.01% of Americans to buy to lease luxury electric vehicles. So while the mom with 2 kids is making 25 grand a year struggling, the person making tens of millions of dollars a year could go into a Rolls-Royce dealership and get $7,500 thanks to each and every one of you to lease a Rolls-Royce Spectre. Congratulations on that phenomenal policy. Mr. Snyder, if somebody's in this country without permission, should they be allowed to get health care on the backs of the American taxpayer, yes or no?
My own view is if people need health care, they should receive it.
So you think that somebody who is here illegally should have their health care paid for by the American taxpayer?
So we have a law in this country.
No, I'm just asking you, that's a simple yes or no question. Somebody's in this country.
I agree with
somebody's, let me just restate it. So
yes, if they need emergency care, yes.
So the taxpayer, the United States of America, should pay for the health care of people who broke into this country illegally.
That's what Congress decided in 1980.
No. Congress never decided. No, what Congress you're talking about. If you needed emergency health care and you went to any other country on earth, would you get it for free?
Well, the countries that I've gone to, yes.
You get health care for free if you went into so for example, let's take Spain, which has incredibly difficult visa standards. If you went to Spain and needed heart surgery, you think the Spanish government would give it to you gratis?
I can't speak to Spain.
But do you think but it's interesting. I wonder if my Democrat colleagues would agree with that. That if people who broke into this country illegally should get health care. Mr. Snyder, if somebody broke into your home, would you make them dinner?
No, I would not.
Why not? Why not? Why wouldn't you? They need help. What if they're starving? What if somebody broke into your home who's hungry? Would you not feed them? Or would you call the police and get the heck out of the house?
If somebody was hungry and needed to be fed, I would feed them.
So if somebody broke into your house, you will feed them. Don't give anybody your address.
So
Whatever you do, I'm asking you just for your own personal sake, do not release your address.
Can I answer the
You
question?
can, please.
Somebody breaks into my home and they're hungry. I'm going to forgive them for breaking in. I'm going to feed them, and then we'll work out accountability for what they've done.
Okay. Like I said, don't release your address. But on behalf of the American taxpayers, especially the hardworking men and women of this country, no, government benefits, taxpayer dollars should be absolutely and exclusively reserved for American citizens. And so the party that says they care about working Americans, this is why you keep losing in rural America. This is why you guys get wiped out in places like that. Whether it's Virginia or Oregon, you do not win in the rural parts of your state. You get absolutely crushed because of that kind of philosophy.
And don't forget to like, comment, and hit the subscribers button for more political and controversial showdowns.